Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see from the title, I am doing a Valentine's Day makeup look because Valentine's Day will be coming up very soon and I wanted to get you guys a makeup look so you guys could maybe recreate this and wear it for Valentine's Day. So I am going to be using this new eyeshadow palette, the MAC Aaliyah one, because I feel like it has some really nice like pinks and purples and something really pretty for Valentine's Day. So this is the palette that I'm going to be using, and I might go into my MAC texture, kind of keep it all MAC shadows, but you guys could use anything that you want. Any palettes that you have that are similar to these colors. You could even change out the pink for a purple or the purple for a pink or a gold, whatever color you want to do, or even a red color. You can do whatever you want, but this is just my Valentine's Day makeup look that I'm going to be sharing with you. So let's just get started. I like to do my eyes first and then I will do my face makeup. I have eyelash extensions on. I'm not going to prime my eyes with a concealer just because I really don't want to mess up my lashes, but that is something that I would do. So if you don't have eyelash extensions, or you do but maybe you're willing to risk it, definitely put on a concealer. I'm going to save this for later underneath my eyes. This is just the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is a perfect base to put underneath your eyeshadow to make them pop. But girl, I'm gonna make mine pop no matter what, but I'm not putting the concealer on just because, you know, I'm too scared. I'm gonna mess them up. I love them too much. I'm gonna do my eyebrows later, but if I didn't have them threaded and looking so neat, I'd do those first. But because they're looking so neat, it's just gonna be so easy just to fill them in a little bit at the end of the eye look. So the first thing I'm gonna do, like I said, I am not putting a base down. I got Isaiah right here. He's like my little audience. He's sitting in his bumbo chair watching me do everything. So I got a little audience. First thing I'm going to do is I need a transition shade. So I'm going to take this matte texture because I used to love this as my transition shade. And I'm just going to put this in my crease. So when you're doing an eye look, you need a transition shade. And I think that texture is perfect for this look. So all I'm going to do is apply this into my crease. And for those that are new to my channel, my eye looks always look a little crazy until the end once your full face of makeup is on. So don't think, oh, her makeup looks crazy, I don't want to watch, because girl, it will look amazing in the end, so stay tuned. Or just fast forward to the end to see it, because then you might want to recreate it. So I'm just applying my transition shade. I am loving eyelash extensions. Definitely getting my eyelashes thicker next time though, but I just love them. Now that I have on my transition shade, do you like it? I'm going to come in, I think I might come in with this purple color up here. I'm going to use the same brush and just dip into this. I just want to add like a little tinge of purple into the transition shade. I'm not going to bring that up as high as the color texture, but just a little bit below it so you guys can kind of see that radiant effect, because that's what really gives a blended out look. For those that never knew that, transition, then you go down a little bit more, up, down a little bit more, and then you put your lid shade on and you have like this really pretty blended look. But you have to make sure you blend no matter what. Alright, so you guys can see the difference already. You got a little bit of a tinge of purple, and then this one is just the straight orangey brown color. I'm going to make sure that this makeup look is as simple as possible but still looks really glam for your night out for Valentine's Day or your night in. You can still get glam and sit on the couch and watch movies. So for beginners, if you see me going like this, once I dip it into my eyeshadow palette, no matter what it is, I see a lot of videos about fallout. You're gonna have fallout no matter what with any type of eyeshadow. So what you need to do to prevent having all that eyeshadow underneath your eye is once you dip it into your eyeshadow, tap it off. You can kind of see the excess powder, and the other color that is left on your brush will remain. So then you can just apply that without getting all that fallout everywhere. You'll still get very little because I mean you're moving the brush around, so it is making the eyeshadow like loosen out of the brush. But that is just why I always tap it off. Applying just a little bit more purple into the crease and just blending it down just a little bit more so you can see more of the purple color. And I'm just going to kind of carry that down to my lid just a little bit. So I'm just gonna take this brush I got out of a BoxyCharm, and I'm just gonna wipe away that fallout. And if you do tap your brush off, you shouldn't have that much, and it should be easy enough to wipe away. Now, if you do your foundation first, which if you do, which I've done it before, make sure that you're taking a loose setting powder and baking underneath your eyes, because if you do get fallout, the powder that's left there, you can wipe away the shadow and it won't leave streaks. That's why I still like to wait to the end just in case. So now I'm gonna come in with this. Now I'm gonna come in with this brush, which I don't know if I got this out of an Ipsy, I think an Ipsy. And I'm going to come in with this darker color down at the bottom of this palette. I want to apply some definition. So I'm going to take this, once again, tap off, especially because this is a darker color, and I'm going to press this on the outer corner of my eye. Okay, so you guys can already see I still need to blend, but look at the definition on this eye, then this eye. It kind of makes the eye look more put together. So now that I kind of blended it in, you guys can see that it looks well blended. So now I'm going to come in with my favorite color from this palette, this bottom pink color. I tested it out earlier on my hand and I thought, oh my god, this is the look, I gotta use this color. So I'm going to use another brush. Because I have lashes, I'm not going to put mascara or lashes on, but once you complete this part, that's when you could glue your lashes on. You could even put a wing liner if you want to. I'm going to leave it eyeliner free because I personally don't want to wear eyeliner. Not for this look personally, for myself. Okay, so now that that's on, all I need to do is take a spoolie. I like to kind of bend mine, it makes it a little easier. And I'm just going to brush out my lashes, make sure there's no shadow on them, and kind of make them look a little bit neater. So now I'm going to be doing my brows, and I'll worry about my lower lash line once my full face is on, because that's when I like to do my lower lash line, because if I put concealer, it might mess up what I've blended. Okay, so the next step is we need to do our brows, which I said mine's gonna be super easy. Sometimes I even like to apply just a brow gel, but because I'm doing a Valentine's Day makeup look, girl, because I'm doing a Valentine's Day look, we are dipping into Anastasia Dip Brow. I love when my brows are freshly done, because then it's kind of like I don't need to outline, I can just fill in. I'm going to blend that in. One thing, if you're a beginner in makeup, you do not want to, I learned the hard way, you do not want to put all the dark color all into your brows, because then you're going to look like you have boxy square brows, and I've been there. So I'm going to teach you guys to do it the soft, light way. So you guys can see that I stopped right here. I'm not going to bring it in anymore because I want it to kind of be like a gradient effect for my brows. If you mess up, you just kind of whap it away. Alright, so now that I got my brows the way I want them to look, so now I'm going to take my spoolie and I'm going to just lightly kind of blend. You guys can already see how it's blending out. And I'm just going to slowly work my way towards the inner part of my brow. And you guys can see that I blended it out, but you can still see my natural brow hair, so it makes the eyebrow look way more natural than how I used to do it. I wish I had some photos. If I can find them, maybe I'll insert one. Embarrassing. So I want to teach you guys the right way instead of going through all the mistakes that I went through and having big blocky eyebrows. So let's make them look natural and just drag it in so you don't got those boxy brows like I did. Take a brow gel just to kind of set my outer brow, I guess I'm just gonna call it, oh, the tail of my brow, I should say, because some of those hairs are like all over the place. Probably the way I slept, because I'm just like so tired. But brows are done, eyes are done. Okay, you guys, so now my camera cut out, not sure where it cut out, but I'm just taking Sarcophagus, I believe is what it's called, by Jeffree Star, the 24 karat Skin Frost palette, and I'm just taking this on my brow bone. I'm not sure if I'm going to be putting this in my inner corner. I like to save that kind of for like when I'm doing my lower lash line. So now I'm going to move on to my face. So I'm going to use the NYX Hydra Touch Primer. I like to use the Revlon Color Stay. I find that this is like a MAC coverage, and then I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape and we'll go on from there. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face. I like this because I have super, super dry skin, so it's a really nice, like, hydrating consistency, especially because my skin is so dry and it's winter time, so it is extra dry. And I'm just going to take my fingers, I got my nails done, they're pink, so it's perfect for this video. And they match my backdrop, so win-win there. So I like to just kind of like pat it into my face to make it a little tacky because it's so silky that I like to add a little bit of like a stickiness to my face. So I'm going to come in with my Revlon Color Stay. I'm kind of running low on it, so hopefully it will squirt out. If not, we got to do like the scrape the bottle technique. But let's just, okay, good. I like to just do a pump kind of everywhere and just blend it out. So I'm going to use my sponge. This is my Real Technique sponge. But I really like the way the Real Technique sponge feels, but I also really like the way the Beauty Blender feels too. I've had both. Right now I'm currently using the Real Techniques. And I just blend it down to my neck because I don't want to have any, like, oh, I can tell she's wearing foundation. I want it just to be all well and blended together. I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape and I'm just applying this where I like to highlight my face before I contour. If you guys are curious on the shade that I use, this is Fair Neutral. I was about to say natural and I'm like, girl, there's not an A in there, it's an E, so neutral. And just blend this out with the same sponge. I'm going to take my Patrick Star by MAC, the translucent powder, and this is what I like to take to kind of bake and set underneath my eye. I'm not really in the mood to bake today, so I'm just going to press it once again using the same sponge. And I'm just going to press in the translucent powder. And for those that don't know what baking means, it's like when you take a whole bunch of setting powder and you kind of leave it like that, so then when eyeshadow falls, you can just quickly wipe it away. But people bake just because they like the way that their concealer looks or the way it sets better, but you know, I just do like what I'm feeling in the moment. So, gonna wipe just away whatever excess was left, like on my nose. Alright, so just like that, wipe away the excess. And then I'm going to come in and contour. I was going to use my Anastasia contour kit, which looks like this. I really do like this, but I have to admit, I really like my few dollar Broken Cover City Color Bronze Glow. This is the Mosaic, like, blush, I believe it's called, but this color works so great for a bronzer with me, so I'm just going to dip in my brush, tap off any excess because you don't want to look too orange, and contour. Then what I like to do to kind of clean up my contour is I take just a little bit of my loose setting powder, the Patrick Star one, and I just take a little bit, and that I feel like makes it look 1,000 times neater. Next, we need some blush because we need those nice pinky cheeks for a Valentine's Day look. I'm going to take this Laura Geller Baked Blush in Brighten. This is in the color Tropic Hues, but I literally went like this and I was like, ASMR! I have been watching a lot of those lately because I've been having like a hard time sleeping, and I just like, you know, the tapping. So I mean, maybe one day I'll do an ASMR video, I don't know. I kind of enjoy watching them. I don't know if I'd be good at that, but I like it. So I'm going to take my blush. I think that this one would be perfect. Once again, it kind of has like that sheer, like a highlight color in it. Apply that on my apples and my cheeks. Then I like to take, this is like a foundation brush, but I just like how I can get it all over my face. My Fit Me 120 Set and Smooth powder. And I'm just going to take this just along this area right here, just to make sure that everything is totally blended. Now it's time to highlight. I really want to use the Sarcophagus But I also want to try this Cover FX glitter drops. So we're going to try a little bit of that because why not? So I'm just going to take just like 2 drops and let's see how this blends out before I do the other side. It looks like a line on my face, but I have to do the same thing to the other side, you know, symmetrical. Maybe I'm just not using it right, but we gotta learn somehow. I don't know. Let me just stick to my Jeffree Star, okay? Because you know, your girl knows how to use her Jeffree Star. So I'm gonna take the sarcophagus. Oh yeah, Jeffree, you know what you did. Oh yeah, you guys see that? That's Jeffree right there. I like to take a little bit up on my forehead, a little bit on my chin, but not too much. Kind of blend out the upper lip, the Cupid's bow. So now I'm going to take my Jouer. This is in the color Park Ave. This is a lip gloss, but it's a really nice, thick, opaque lip gloss. And this is the color that I want to use for this look. So this would be your next step. Apply a setting spray. I'm too nervous about my lashes, so I'm gonna keep a no setting spray look, but I would spray a setting spray because that will help to kind of melt your products in, make sure that you don't look powdery, and just to kind of blend everything together. I think that I look good, but I'm just going to put this baby aside, but that would be your next step, is to put your setting spray on. So I'm gonna take my MAC Aaliyah palette. I'm going to take the purple shade and the pink shade, kind of mix them together, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to drag this along my lower lash line. Just a little bit. I'm not gonna do a super thick lower lash line. I just wanna see the pinkish hue. And then I'm gonna take a little bit more of sarcophagus and put that in my inner corner. Actually, I'm going to take a little bit of the same brush that I put that darker shade on with that was in my crease. And I'm just going to kind of drag that along the bottom too. Like that already, I think, made my look 1,000 times better. Just because you can see that you have product down there. I only need to grab one more thing and put my lashes on. So I'm going, put my lashes on, put my hair extensions on. Your girl got lash extensions. I'm just new to this. So the only thing that I'm gonna do off camera is put mascara on my lower lash line, put my hair extensions in, and you guys will see the finished completed look. Okay guys, so this is the completed look. I added in my Bella Me Gabby DiMartino hair extensions. They are my all-time favorite. I think it goes perfect with this look, a nice long curl. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Also make sure to click the little notification bell down there because that will notify you on when I post a new video. So click the bell and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.